Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co host, Brian.
What's going on, everybody?
We're here for a premiere, everybody. This is Love is Blind Season 9 premiere. This is episodes 1 through 6. Make sure you like and subscribe here at TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. We cover every iteration of Love is Blind. So whether it's France, Habibi, Brazil, anywhere else in between, we got you covered. And we're covering all the other active reality TV franchises right now. Not limited to, but including Love Island Games, Golden Bachelor, Survivor, Amazing Race, you name it, we probably got it covered. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Also, follow us on TikTok and Instagram. We do different content there on TikTok. So if you want to get our reactions or even my live reactions to every episode as it went, I've been doing that. We just finished episode 6, Brian. I want to get your thoughts overall before we dive into everything.
No, I enjoyed it. It was I don't know. There's definitely people I don't like, but I didn't really have like that many issues with a lot of people. I will say, just because I'm just pulling up the cast list here on my phone, the pictures didn't do a lot of these people justice. I think a lot of these people look a lot better on screen than they do like in the preview.
Oh, dude.
Like
Not again. This is not a. If you're a first time for joining us, we really appreciate it. But like some ground rules of things we do here, we don't look shame anyone that's not a dude. But like I agree, Brian. Especially our girl Sparkle Megan. Sparkle Megan's picture, and like you guys check out our TikTok,
it's
and Brian
terrible.
might throw it up here real quick. But like
It's
I
bad.
had to use that picture for several TikToks today, and I felt bad every time I was doing it. And again, I'm sorry, but like we're Brian, I'm so glad you mentioned that. I have that so far down the list as in like the miscellaneous, but I did put that like some of these people look way different.
Yeah, and
What a good point.
Patrick looks like he lost like 20 pounds.
Yeah, when did like Patrick? All right, everyone, real quick. I mean, we're doing things that we're going to do things a little bit scattered. We will go through everyone, but like, can we all agree that Patrick went through it this week? Everybody, I did say we got to protect his heart with everything we got here. Netflix, you owe this guy. You owe him like a perfect match casting. You owe him like a spot on like $1 million steak. You owe him. He got ghosted and
Yeah,
then look dumped. I'm sorry, everybody. She's an asshole. Casey, you're an asshole if you're watching this. Just admit it. We've had plenty of people on this show admit that, like, hey, look, it's just not what I thought, and I'm really sorry, and I feel like a jerk, but I'm being honest. But for her to like be straddling him and kissing him and telling him how attractive he is, and I just don't want to go on the honeymoons. I don't want to rush it. Then 45 minutes later, with a much more clinical voice, like, yeah, I don't see myself being attracted to him anymore. She's like, poor Patrick.
oh yeah. He definitely got dealt the worst hand, and
Unreal.
I will say like I get, no, I don't get, but I can see how, like, not saying that she was right in any way. Like, she definitely was wrong. But like I can see how she can feel like, look, I don't think it's gonna work. But like she definitely did things way out of order that she
Oh,
should have done.
but this
She
it would have been fine. You're right. Again,
yeah, it's like she's gonna get killed. Like she knows she's
Brian, they
gonna get
talked
killed.
about it ad
Oh,
nauseum.
I know,
She knew exactly what he looked like, and she was giving him crap when he was like, I just don't. And she's like, I'm kind of concerned. Like, you don't want to share it with me. It's like, well, because it's sensitive, and it's kind of the whole point of the show, chick. But like, it's very easy to tell you're a white girl. Like, but like, you haven't picked up that I'm Asian, so like, I don't really want to throw that out there for you. Like, I don't need that, and.
yeah,
I think it's worse that they talked about it before. She's like, I know how it's going to look. It's like, yeah, because you know what it is. And I don't think it's a racist thing. Like she doesn't like his existence because he's Asian, but it's not her type. And these people, and we'll talk about it multiple times tonight, Brian. It's like these people who like fight against like what their normal types are. There's probably a reason. Yeah, you might not have been great. Those people who are your type may not have been individually great, but there's a reason why you have a type, right? And I think as we explore this, some people tried to push through, and it may just come back to bite them.
yeah. He's gonna be interesting in the mixer. That's the one. Because she'll still be on the show, right? Because I mean, we got like
Well,
some of our
that's
Anna's.
my thing. I don't know.
I think she might because
Well,
Anna
dog. She
Anna
has
left.
no
She's
right.
in the mixer.
She has no right to show up to the mixer. I know she. Well, I get it. I know she
I'm
will.
actually
But I'm
glad
saying,
they.
like, if
I'm
this was
glad
a
they showed
real
up.
world scenario, and I understand that's like outrageous to even say that, but in a normal dating scenario, you would never, ever, ever, ever show up like within the next couple weeks after pulling something like that. But
Oh
she's
no,
gonna
it's just
roll in there, and this dude's and he's too nice. And he's like, we don't have to go to Baja, my brother. What, dude? It's not about Baja. It's not about the pasta. It was never about the
what
pasta, bro.
I know, but like, yeah. What I mean, what is he? What is he supposed to say? Like, fuck you? Like,
I'm just say, you know what? I'm really disappointed. Right? You don't have to
yeah.
like you don't have to like call her a B or like curse or anything.
Well,
You can just say this is highly disappointing and you really misrepresented yourself. Done. Right?
well, he
Like
could still be like off the high of like, oh yeah, she just maybe doesn't want to do it on camera anymore because there's people that have done it that aren't on camera. So like
I get
maybe
it.
he was thinking that because there was a lot of
Bro,
references to old
brother,
seasons.
she did this, right? They left. Remember she like, all right, bye. She hits the elevator and like she's in like 10 things I hate about you comes running back and like starts straddling and kissing him again like they're Jim and Pam.
I'm wondering if they edited that a certain way.
I want to know, and they're gonna have to answer for it. I mean, I've already seen. We'll transition to. So we're talking about Patrick. The other kind of part of the Patrick story, another person who didn't make it to Baja would have been Allie. Um,
Anna, Anna,
Allie,
Anna, Anna.
Anna. My bad.
Yeah.
Anna, um, Anna Banana. Anna, I threw this out in my review of that episode when I did the quick instant reaction, Brian. Kudos to the production and editing team. That shows that they go through and watch every minute of every conversation because they literally had a conversation where he asked her, "Have you ever been ghosted?" And she's like, "No, what's that?" And he explains it. She's like, "No, like who would do that? Who like if you're?" She literally says, "If you're not down with something, I'll at least tell you." And
Yeah.
she leaves the next day. And I looked it up, Brian. So they did ask her what happened. And people, if you don't want to know, I mean, I don't think it's going to come
I
up on
don't
the
know. I
show.
didn't look anything up.
I did. And so it was the BS, like she was saying on the show, like her parents. So her parents, she like kind of takes care of her parents. Apparently, like they don't, like I don't think they, how it made it sounds like they don't even speak like English. So she's a lot, basically like their like kind of thorough way to the world. And that's a very
Yeah.
common thing, like in immigrant families, and even in some of my family. I do it for my parents. But like, she left because she said that she just started feeling too guilty and she's like, what am I doing here? Like I can't be like leaving them on the you knew that before you left. That's bullshit. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I was kind of. I was really hoping that they would match up.
They
I
were
was really
cute,
looking
Brian.
forward
They
to
were
it.
so cute.
Yeah.
They like danced around and saying they both knew they were Asian, but like they both knew it right away. And also, I put this is the and I'm not trying to be jesting, but like these type of things do like cause like not generational trauma, but will like affect him going forward dating. I literally said in my thing, he'll never trust an Asian girl again. Good
Yeah.
job, Anna.
I was. I mean, I don't think we've had an Asian couple
No, we
in a
haven't.
season. So I
No,
was
we
like,
definitely
not that I'm
haven't.
like, sounds terrible. I'm like, I was rooting for it, but I just would have liked to see that in this type of show because I feel like we always see just like a bunch of like white
I
people that
was
are like so
selfishly
supportive of
looking
everything we're
forward to
doing.
seeing like her parents like because it's such like the anti trope you always see of like
Yeah.
even if you're watching like shows like, she mentioned she's like my Asian fat parents would like me to date like a Chinese or like an Asian guy and like usually you would have to like worry about the disapproval but like that would have been like parents of a daughter doing like backflips and it would have just been nice like mix to see right because
Hmm.
he's such a nice guy who was so worried about his racial identity being a factor in this and
Hmm.
like for him to get reassured would have been so awesome and that's again why I can't stand Casey. It was ad nauseum, Brian. She's talking about how like giving the whole like 23 and me of her whole family's like dating history just to prove that she's not racist. And again, I am not saying she is. Like I don't think that's what this is at all. But again, chill, do less. You Dennis system this guy. I made a joke last night on Love Island, but she literally built this dude up, made him go through the entire thing. He was like the third choice at some point, like like and see ya, bye. Have fun with Casey.
I mean, but they were. I knew they were. Not before that scene even happened. I was like, "There's no way they're working. There's no way."
She was very nervous about it, and I feel for her because I think she was awesome. I really liked her, and like even like
If you like
and
Casey or Anna,
Anna.
okay.
No, Casey can kick friggin' rocks, dude. We'll get back to her, but like Anna, and
I
I
hope she's in
called
the
it too.
mixer
Like
though.
there was a butterfly effect of Anna leaving, right? So Anna leaves. Blake, the Anna was Blake's number one, and she was also like we've been saying, she was um
Peter,
Peter's
Patrick,
Patrick's
Patrick.
number one. So two people's number one gone. Blake is literally like, I don't have enough time to get to know anyone else. I'm gone. That has a trickle down effect now to Sparkle Megan, our next person, our next constellation that we are going to talk our conversation around, Brian. Christ, man, the amount that I know about this girl, this woman, good for you, boss lady. I like all of that about her. But man, like I mean, I pegged it wrong. I was live reviewing. You guys go back and check it. I thought 0% chance she was going to pick the underdog story, single
Sure.
dad. Like, there's no way, right? Like, there's just no way that he's going to pick. And she picks him. What's the son's name too?
Oh man,
It's Jordan and whatever. But like again, now this is where the stretch starts coming, right? So
Luca.
Luca, right? So she had three people. And I give Jordan a lot of respect and just the genuine laugh when he was like, oh no, I didn't know you had another connection when they were having a combo. Like the idea in his head, he's like, this girl's got three. I got one. Like, what is happening here? And she kept saying everything like, I want to build the empire, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, she's going to pick the Mike, dude. He's a douche. And I'll give her credit. Like, she picked Jordan and like she followed her heart. But Brian, I don't have a lot of confidence, if any, that this is going to make it. I think he's too nice. I think it's too complicated. I think she is going to succumb to some of the pressure. She was already getting annoyed by him at that mixer. Objectively, the guy was doing nothing. Like, it
All right,
gives
hold
me
on,
like the
hold on,
ick feeling. Like she's
hold
already
on, hold
getting
on, hold on,
picked.
hold on. So I think I don't want to jump right to the mixer just because I think a lot of these, and
This was my thoughts overall.
no, that's fine. I could see why she was annoyed. These a lot of these dudes were like getting weird, like white girl wasted drunk, and like
Well, we'll get to Joe.
so like they just like they were talking, and I get your friends with the boys, and like I do this shit all the time with my wife. Like I see my friend, I don't see my friends that often when I get drunk. I don't talk to my wife. I want to talk to my friends, but like I'm married, I can do
Hey,
that. But
and
like you
you've
don't
known
know
these
yet.
guys. It's like me and you, right? If we and you get
But
to
that's
hang
but
out like
I'm
once
just trying to look at it through a girl's lens.
no, I get it.
I
To
could
an
see why
extent.
she's annoyed because like you are boys with these guys. You're trying on a honeymoon. You want to get to you. They want to spend time with you because you really don't even really. You just saw this person. Like they could be insecure. Like I mean,
Mhm,
it's just.
mhm.
I just think they could have done. They were just like also doing like they weren't. They were being weird. It wasn't like they were having
They
like a
are like
conversation.
little,
They were
yeah.
being weird.
What people need to realize here, and I know this may sound like a little off, people, but and if any of you who are in a relationship, a serious long term relationship, or are married and disagree with me on this, you are pure lying. You're lying. And comment below if you're telling me you're not lying. Everyone, when you start dating someone you really like your eventual wife, husband, partner, like you don't just like after dating them for like a week or 2 weeks, just like kind of like put all of your inhibitions out and let them see how like all your bad habits and like your crappiness. Like those are the type of arguments you're supposed to have like 4 years into your marriage. It's like, well, when I met you, you're like this, like, oh yeah, when I met you, I was younger and I lied about that because I didn't want you to know that I'm this kind of sloppy, right? I don't do the laundry, right? I don't wash my hand, like things like whatever. I'm just making things up, right, people? But like so my point of this all is these people, especially the dudes, you gotta play it cool, guys. First couple weeks, especially the honeymoon, anything she wants, anything he wants, like just don't be stupid. Like you said, they're broing out like these guys
Yeah,
lived together for 10 days. They acted
yeah,
like they were on Survivor, starving on a beach together.
They act like they went to like war together and they have like war
They're
stories
acting like
about
they're
each other.
frat bros, but like they didn't even. That's like a quarter of the length of a pledging would even be. It's like
Yeah, it just I could see like I kind of felt. I mean, when we talked about Madison and Joe, we get really into that. But like, I just thought the guys were just being weird. Like, just like I swear that Joe was like on, like he was on something.
oh, he
I
definitely.
was
There's
getting
no.
Shane vibes from
Yeah,
him.
even if maybe he's like even like we're not even trying to like cast versions. He could be like prescribed medicine or something. But like
Yeah, just something. He's been weird.
he was, and but this is one thing. It's only let's caveat one again. I just said you got to be chill. You cannot go and get blacked out. You can't leave a party when like your girl's not the one making you leave. But like, dude, like, what did you drink? Like, you gotta be better than that. But like,
Yeah,
but her even like her, the one little thing, and then guess what? She's drinking too, and she's annoyed. But like the whole like acting, like I'm concerned. Like he's drunk. He's just drunk. Like if you leave for like 4 hours and come back, like he'll be like,
yeah,
"What are you talking about? Like what I did that shit, my bad." But like I hate when people try to argue with blacked out people. It's like
yeah. So, but the thing though, like, I mean, when I'm blackout drunk, he he definitely was drinking, but he wasn't giving me like he was fully like he wasn't. Was he slurring his words?
No, but he
He just
did. But
being weird.
he like woke up like with like 11 out of 12 plugs plugged in, right? And like one of them was just not computing. So like the words were hitting him, but it just like been there though, bro. I've been there. But again, I've been there with
I think
like
he was on
my
something.
friends, or I've been there with like my wife, where like I can roll into my own house and my own safety because I've built up a lot of equity in my own relationship that like I can maybe be sloppy once in a blue moon. But like again, your first time going to a party, and it's not even with randos, it's with people you know. It's like the safest, easiest way to just like and black. I don't know. Listen. I don't have respect for any of these people who can't handle their liquor. You
Well,
need to learn what you can drink and what you can handle, and especially again when you're on TV and you just married a girl, and you also let's talk about that asshole. He broke the cardinal sin, the number one and probably only rule of Love Is Blind. You do not tell your partner after you met them, especially the wife, that she's not your normal physical type.
yeah,
AKA, you're calling her fat. You're an idiot. You're a dope. You meant exactly what you said. You're no spring chicken, dog. What are
I
you,
know.
150? With a bunch of
Yeah,
chest hair? Like, sorry, again, I will shame dudes on this show. Like, who are you,
yeah.
dude?
He was no looker. He was
Who
absolutely
are
no looker.
you? She's
I,
taller than
I,
you.
I, I don't even think she was even that big at all. Like
She's not. She's
I thought she
beautiful,
looked
dude. I'm sorry.
fine.
Like, she's a beautiful woman. Like, what is like? I can't
Yeah.
stand dudes on this.
Another person whose picture looks terrible on Instagram, but she looked
Hers
way
or
better.
his?
Huh?
Hers is bad.
I thought her like
I'm gonna
yeah, I
look at
thought she
hers
looked
right
way
now.
better on the show.
I have the cast list up right now,
I
so
thought
I'm
she
gonna look
looks
at
way
hers.
better on the show.
Oh my
Um,
god, yeah. What a bad
yeah,
pick.
bad picture. I would be
Jesus,
pissed if I was some of these people. Like,
dude. We could do a whole video on just the
yeah, I
bad
don't. I thought
pictures.
she looked way better in person. I thought she was good looking. Yeah, so just going back to like him being weird in like but like see, you just met this person and it's just not a good even if like it's just not a good start, and you can be
That's
like,
a
oh,
bad
is this
dress
like
color on a bad background too for her. They did her very dirty.
yeah?
Anyway, sorry.
So I'm not gonna give really. I'm not gonna be giving her any like shade. I think just because he was being
No,
so weird and like what are you supposed to tell your like the next day when she meets these people? She's gonna be like, he was being weird. Like they're done. They're donezo.
no, they're done. And what these people have to do, the one iota of credit I do give these people who actually are going to try to attempt to have a real relationship again is that like I guess it just must be the like when listen, you and I have never been on a show, right? And so who's to say when the lights go on and the cameras are there and you're in the situation, all of your common sense goes out the door. But you're doing these confessionals and you're having these conversations and you're doing these things even if you're just with your fiance. It's all videoed. You idiots. Their parents are going to see it. Their friends are
Yeah,
going to
right.
see it. Their coworkers
Right.
are going to see it. And there is a level of things that like some people are not going to be able to be like you are giving people a way more inside look, one, and two, they're already judging you because you're crazy for doing this thing in the first place. So like
Mm-hmm.
the
Yeah.
situational awareness is not there for basically almost any of these for a lot of these people. We're going to keep going through, but like you even got someone like Edmund who a couple
So
party fouls during that.
wait, I'm gonna stay on Joe real quick
No,
because
no, we will.
I just remembered like they actually look like they try to like they're like kissing and stuff. They get to the altar.
Yeah,
They
but
get
they're
there.
saying he gets in his truck. Like they're not hiding the fact that this, like, and I don't, like, I kind of appreciate it honestly. That they're just like, we promise you hate this guy, we will pay this off for you.
Yeah.
He called her fat. Don't worry, dog. He is a big soft boy who's gonna run away. Like I hope they like chase after his truck, like her family,
mhm.
like throwing cans at him or something. Like that shit
Yeah.
would be great.
He. Yeah, he was probably my least favorite, one of my least favorite dudes. Just I just didn't get it because I'm just like, what? Why are you being so weird about like? And I just come back to like what you said about we make fun of the dudes. Like you're no Adonis here. Like to me, you just look like a regular ass dude. Like
And
I
that's
can't see.
fine. That's what the show's
Yeah,
supposed to be. But
yeah,
like,
right. So like, don't
who
come in here with
who are
your like
you to
I date
vocalize
this.
that to her? Who are you to say that to her? Like,
Yeah,
I can never imagine saying something like that. It's like, like, you're just an asshole, dude. I'm sorry. Like, I don't even want to curse on this. I try really not to. But
who
for
cares?
Christ's sake, man, it's just not cool. I'm literally
Yeah.
staring at these pictures right now. These dudes. Yeah, Patrick got done so dirty. He definitely
He just
lost
looks like
weight.
they like his face is put. It's like I like sometimes I see
Even
pictures
Mike,
like
and I
that.
didn't like Mike either, but this picture did not do him justice. He looks way puffier than he is in real life, or at least on
Yeah,
camera.
yeah.
All
All right,
right,
who's next?
all right. Let's see. Um, so let's see. Those who left changed their mind or got screwed. So we did Patrick's and his whole situation with Casey and Anna. Um, Anna Ghost, Patrick and Blake. We talked about that. We talked about Sparkle, Megan. Okay, well, so let's transition. We haven't really talked a lot about Jordan, right? Jordan was, you want to call it underdog tale, a true Cinderella story. I really enjoyed him during the pods, Bry. Like I thought he just gave an air of, and I think there's part of it where I think if you were to ask him and like put him to a polygraph, he probably thought no one was going to pick him because of being like a single dad, but he was going through the experience, and I think he just it's use a sports analogy. He played very free and very loose. He just kind of was himself and won over a girl that like literally is saying that her one of her most recent boyfriends was a billionaire. But then I didn't like the part where she's like, "Oh, and then I went and slummed it with a regular guy just to see like, and I just need to fall somewhere in between, right?" Like, I'm not sure if I love that.
Yeah, but I look. I can. I don't think that's that. This couple's working at all.
No, no, and it's going
That's
to be
why
a
I didn't even get
shame.
my hopes up for it. It's just like this is not going to work.
I'd really, and I'm again, who am I to judge or say what it's appropriate or not? I am a father, you're a father, right? But like, we're not in that situation. I just really hope it's not a situation where like he introduces him to the kid
I don't think
or
he
to
will.
the kid
I don't think he will.
in any kind of romantic sense. Maybe just like, hey, this is dad's friend, right? Like that's okay. Like because then like you could still say, hey, that's my friend, right? But like if I'm hoping that he and it seems like he does have a pretty good head on his shoulders. I'm very curious to see if he gets jealous, right? We've already seen her check him for being a little annoying, and whether you agree or not on like, I know she thinks she didn't kill him over it because there was no like follow up video combo that was like you were being such an a hole tonight, right? So I do think he handled it well in that moment.
Not yet.
Yeah,
We don't know. I mean, the
we
separate.
well, I'm saying based off what we've
Yeah,
seen so far, we did not see a
yeah,
post mixer convo from them. Doesn't
yeah.
mean we won't start next week with that either, but
Mm.
with Mike definitely coming to the mixer, and and like I said, we'll move over to Edmund and them in a minute. We're not moving yet, but like the genuine shock some of those dudes had, and then like him bringing up the mixer, it's like, stay in your lane, guys. Like it's not up to you to tell her how like disappointed and devastated some other dude was who she didn't pick while she's on her honeymoon. I
That's
thought that was a total violation of bro code, whether they're
that,
friends or not.
that's been like such a thing in these last couple Love Is Blinds, whether it be USA or a foreign one. A guy's always got an opinion on like what a girl did.
Who's
Like,
not his girl?
yeah. Oh my god. So it happened in the latest
France?
UK and it happened in France.
Yeah, France, it definitely
It's like,
happened.
come on, man, what are we? Just like, shut up.
In France, I kind of believed it in the sense that, like, oh, maybe like this is just like a
Well, that was also a weird one.
cultural
That I
thing.
will say that one was
Mhm.
probably the most like willing or like I'm fine with them doing it. But the UK one, remember them the
I know exactly.
Sarver her name was,
Yep,
and
yep,
like
yep, 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 yep,
Cal.
yep.
That was the one that came up. He was like up about something with somebody else. I don't remember who it was, but yeah. See what people say about that.
We've
You
kind
want to
of
do Edmund?
well, I was gonna say we could do Edmund, but we should just close out on Madison and Joe, right? Do we have anything else on them other than us? And we will do our official. We'll run through the couples at the end of the episode for our clip and stuff on who we think what their status is. But anything else on them going into next week?
Um, I like her. I don't like him. That's all I got.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's just a shame, honestly. It's like really
Yeah,
what I have there for them. I literally
right.
wrote, "It's a shame." All right, let's move over. Edmund, and we're gonna go KB. I do like it's a little bit easier. Um,
Calabria.
yeah, Edmund. It's kind of crazy how it evolved, right? I wrote on my episode 2 notes. These two are the emotional core of this season. I really like the
Yeah.
story. I like his vulnerability. I like
Mhm.
her how her job coincides with his both his current career interests and his growing up in the foster system. Loved it. Like I would not love that he was in the foster system, but love that like I just felt real, right? And I was like, oh, this is great. But it all started going downhill when he started making out with the floor, Brian. And I don't think he ever went back up from that.
Yeah.
I'm putting that on TikTok, and I hope you could maybe get it. I'll get a screenshot and send it to you for this review. It's unreal, weird. Like he was doing push-ups and sucking on the floor, and he said it felt good. I don't know
Yeah,
how I can get past this, Brian.
I
Like
guess if you
I don't.
if I guess if you're not getting any action for a little bit, that's what happens sometimes.
I, was he going? Was he celibate going in? Like they're
I
acting.
know.
They're in there for
I was
10 days.
I was just joking. I don't
Well,
really know.
it's not even a bad joke though, Brian, considering where their storyline kind of left off, right? For the two that seem to have the most in common and probably the deepest connection, and I'm not here to shade her, but she's like, I'm not doing the deed until we're married. That's like 4 weeks from now. So you can wait 30 days. And he's very grumpy about it. But even before that convo, he had been making comments to the guys about like you need to sleep with the person at least once before you get married to make sure. I don't see her folding. This seems like a very silly and very short-sighted reason for him to end up blowing this, but I think he might blow this, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. Um, because yeah, if she's not going to give in, then I think it's gonna break him. He was already crying about it. I can't imagine how it's going to be when they're living together. The other thing that I think, and I want to know what you think if you ever gotten asked this question, but the question when he got asked, like, would you get in a fight for me? What was your thoughts on that?
No, I've literally told my wife that before. I said, if you go starting some fight, you're getting in a fight. I'm not some white knight. I'm not a bouncer. Like, you're an adult. Like, what situations as an adult? Again, people have you can tell me like I'm wrong. Unless someone like hits my wife or like hits my kid, there's nothing you can say to me that's gonna be like either take that back or I'm fighting you. It's like no, dude, like fine, you're a psychopath. Say whatever you want about me. Like, cool. But like no, like I'm a very vehement like I am not here to defend your goddamn honor.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not
Because especially in today's age, I feel like people get killed for less.
I don't want to be on a tick I don't want to be on like a world star TikTok
Yeah, I'm
either.
not trying
I
to
don't want to
like.
get
Yeah,
canceled. Like, you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like
Because she said, so she said, if the guy grabs my arm, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, obviously you'd be like, yo, chill, but you don't need to get a like. To me, she was expecting him. She wanted him to fight.
why does everything got to be club etiquette, Bry? Why do these girls like? Why is it got to be club etiquette? Like, I hate that shit. And you know exactly what I'm saying. It's
No, I
like
know
it's all
exactly
like
what you mean
standing and all that.
that's basically
You
the
know,
impression that she was
because that's
giving.
the only place a guy's gonna grab you. Like, what are you talking about? You're not gonna be at 7-Eleven like getting like some wheat, like some like some Doritos with your fiance, and some guy's gonna come grab you and hit on you. Like, no, like
Some
I'm not gonna have to
lime
go to
hot
the club with
Cheetos.
you when we're married because we're gonna be married and I don't need to go to the club. Like, or like honestly, or be put in a situation where you think you're gonna be a place where you're gonna get grabbed. Like,
I'd like to know what our female viewers think because
I'm gonna get
obviously,
shit on.
right, we'll see what they say. I mean, look, I just think in today's day and age, people pull out guns for less. People do things for less. There's
Oh no, that's 100% true. Since you had made that point, which is the obvious point, I've said that too. Like road rage, especially guys, let, unless the horn is actually going to save your life, don't use it as a message. I've seen crazy people get followed. Don't do it. Just a little PSA from the reality guys. Just keep the road rage away.
and I never was a. I'm not really a fighter to begin with, but like ever since I had kids now too, I'm like, why would you? Not saying that they have kids, but like I'm almost like more passive than I
Why
already
would I put myself in a
was
situation to
before.
get hurt when I got to take care of kids? I'm gonna get in a fight, Brian, and punch somebody and break my hand, and now I can't
Yeah,
carry my kid. Like, no, you're an idiot. Like,
yeah. So I mean, I'd like to know what people think about that, but like that's kind of. where I'm at with
I
that.
think people are going to agree with us overall, Brian. I think the
Some people
sense
don't, man. Some people, obviously, because some people feel that way.
even if people say it, Brian, I don't really, unless I had them on, unless they got a square here on a screen and came onto one of our streams and told it to my face and I could like see the tenor and see their seriousness, then I will accept it. But like, there's some things I just choose to say the limit does not exist. Like, it just doesn't, I'll
It
just
is
say it.
funny because I've heard it before. Like I've heard it on other podcasts or just anything in
I've had this
general.
exact conversation, Brian, with multiple people in the last, say, like 6 months, and those who argue the other point have just like baffled me because I just like, but you don't have to. There's just nothing making you actually do that. Like it doesn't matter. Um, some side notes here, Brian, before we do the what we our official predictions on the
We
couples.
haven't done a few people.
No, no. Well, we're gonna get to Anton and Allie. We're gonna get
What about
Anton and Allie
Nick?
next, and then. But I
Nick and
just want to
Amy.
bring up a point here that I think is kind of fair. Now we've talked about a few couples. 2 points that I've noticed in the conversations, especially in the pods, that I think were more prevalent than in past 8 seasons. I know everyone's like last name. Like I
Yeah,
know everyone's middle name and last name. Everyone was like very much like envisioning what they were going to call themselves. And again, that's like something you talk about like when you're engaged. I remember vividly having those combos with my wife and her like doing the practicing the signature. Like that is a very real thing. And secondly, and way less wholesome, this was basically the horniest
no.
season so far.
Oh
Like
yeah.
unreal amount of basic phone lovemaking as you will get. And the one I made a video, Brian. I haven't posted it yet, but this is a true story. I was watching slash listening to episode 4 in the gym the first time like the real dirty talk one was happening. I forget which one it was, but that like
Wasn't
being
it
like
Patrick and Casey?
yeah, yeah. And Brian, I'm dying. I'm giggling and I'm looking, and there's these like all the sweaty dudes, like all like killing themselves. And I videoed myself like just like looking around, being like, I'm gonna do it. I'll post it like tomorrow. It's like the feeling when I need to find a good like audio, like TikTok, like trend audio that'll like be like awkward or whatever. But it literally, I felt like this is so gross. Like this is so unattractive. Like your parents and your people are gonna watch this, dude. Like again, what are you doing?
All I was thinking about during that because the guy he didn't stand up. That was another thing that made me laugh. He didn't stand up, but like I was thinking about Pretty Ricky on the hotline, and I was thinking
Yep.
about Kiss Me Through the Phone on Soldier Boy. With that entire time when she was just like, I would put my mouth on you, and I would
Yeah.
put it other
It
places,
made me
and then
also
I
think a
would
little
sit on
40-year-old
you.
virgin. He's like a bag of sand.
Yeah, yeah,
Tell
yeah.
me when you do that. I'm gonna
Dude,
do
yeah,
you.
but the funniest part of that whole thing is like he leans over and he picks up his cup and he's like, "What else would you do?
Continue.
What would you do next?" It's like, she would sit on you,
She's like,
brother.
I literally said everything already, dude. There's nothing else I could literally
She
do to
would
you.
sit on you, brother.
And she was like, Dad, I'm gonna sit on you. I was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
girl. Yeah, so I just want to make sure I'm glad that you agreed with me on that. So here's what I have for Anton and Allie. Anton and Allie had the by far the smoothest proposal process with the least amount of words and work put into it possible. Am I wrong, Brian? The second time we ever saw them, they said "I love you" and they were engaged. I think
Yeah,
it was their second
40 minutes in episode one.
conversation.
Yeah.
This is gonna burn out so fast, so bright and so fast.
Yeah, we'll see. She's cute.
Yeah, no, I mean he was classic. And again, that's happened a few times on this season, but the men being surprised at how attractive the women were. It's
Because dude, I think they're thinking that they're not gonna be.
like no attractive women would go on this show, right?
Yeah,
Like it's a crappy thing to say, but I feel like the people think that. And I think the girls think the same thing a lot of times too.
yeah. I always just love seeing the guys that are like, holy shit! They're like, oh, spin around for me.
Yeah, dude. I mean, there was a lot of those. And again, look, I think those guys had the right to be excited. A lot of them went through decent gamut when they were dating in the pods here. I do want to note too, just a little bit of a logistical thing here, Brian, before like, are we go into like couple by couple too at the end? I thought the episode lengths were actually like very appropriate. I did not
Yeah,
feel, even though it
they're an
was
hour,
six
over an
episodes,
hour.
6 is a lot. Look, 6 is a lot. I would prefer them to add one more week. Like we could have easily left off. There was a couple different, breakups in this pods and left people hanging type things, like the Patrick spot at the
Yeah, I'd say
end
the
there.
ghosting would be a decent spot to stop.
There were a couple spots. The ghosting with like you said with Anna could have been a good stopping point, right, for a week one. That would have been like you could have edited it to be the first 3 episodes, right? So and that's something we put out there. Like, so let us know, people. Do you like that you get to have 6 episodes? I know most of you. We just know this from how our reviews work. You won't like be watching this review maybe like tonight because you won't get through it as quick as sickos like myself and Brian who are watching it wherever we are, like attached to our hips like a insulin pump. But I'm curious, like the general like viewing experience for people. Like, is it annoying because like you can't go on social media because it's going to get ruined for you? Because I went on Twitter as soon as I finished episode 6 before we hit play, and after scrolling once, I saw about 15 Love Is Blind things that would have been spoilers. Like if I
So
had,
maybe that's because you watch because you're watching on your phone, right?
yeah.
I don't get any spoilers on the team page.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I think it means our
I follow
algorithm.
all that shit too. I follow
I know it's nothing you don't
mine.
follow, but I think it's just, I listen. We could get into the phones listening to you and shit like that, right? Too, but like my TikTok algorithm has all that kind of shit. My X or my Twitter has that. Our Instagram's a little bit. It's a little bit more like we just follow like the people who we interview and like stuff like that. So that's a little bit more like commercialized per se. But yeah, either way, like that was my experience. So
Yeah, I also just was busy as shit today, so I didn't even like look at my phone. But
listen, for a second I thought I missed things when I was on, and I had to go back and be like, oh no, I saw all that.
we gotta talk
Okay,
about one more.
who did I not say yet?
Annie and Nick.
Oh yeah, that's all right. Annie, Brennan, Nick, got it right here.
Yeah.
Um, phew, that was a fun one
Nick
actually.
sucked. Nick sucked, man. I did not like this dude.
All of her guys sucked outside of Blake. She liked, so that was again we talk about the butterfly effect of Anna. So she also liked Blake. Blake was like someone she was very interested in. Blake had a lot of suitors. It turned out, and he was like the most regular guy. Like again, not in a bad way, but the Brennan, Nick, Annie, I guess you call it triangle. I didn't love Brennan at all. Like the pushing he was doing, I guess it was the end of episode 5, I believe, Brian, when he was just like begging her basically to not do it. And she's like, you had all the chances yesterday.
Oh
And then
yeah, yeah, yeah.
like, okay, but he's saying it now. Like you didn't get married, you didn't get engaged yet. Like so that one, listen, she was choosing between a douche and a turd, literally. So like she did not have. There was no win for her outside of ending up with Blake, who obviously left.
Right. Uh, I don't know. I still don't really know about her because I feel like the mixer will be like a deciding thing for her. I think when she finally sees the other guys. I just did, dude. Something about Nick, he just reminds me of like a snake oil salesman. I don't know what it is. Like his jokes are bad. Like,
Well, he is a snake oil salesman,
yeah,
Brian. He guy says he flips watches, so he's on.
he's a watch scalper.
Yeah, he's buying a watch for 1,200 and selling it to the next guy 20 minutes later for 1,350 and doing that like 8, 10, 12 times a day, right? You know what I mean? That's literally what these people do. They make TikToks about it. It's like great, cool, like that's not hating on anyone's job. I don't care if you're a garbage man, but like again, the swag he was kind of talking to himself about, and even like the admonishments he sort of had about like other people compared to himself was a little weird. And was he not the one that totally misrepresented and gaslit the religion talk?
Yeah, yeah, I think so. Where he was like, "Didn't you say you're religious?" And she's like, "I was."
She
I
was
was
like, "No, I actually." When she's telling the truth, like I said the exact opposite. I said a really bad thing happened to my family, and I said, "How could a God let something that bad happen?" How did you interpret that as she's very religious?
that was to Kate.
Yeah, that was gaslighting. That's where like he felt like very performative to me in a way. Like he almost felt like he was like a mole, like inserted to just like make a really irrational like that's how it felt because it was he was so wrong. Not even like opinion wise, he factually was wrong about what she had said.
Yeah, I didn't like that dude. Someone that just didn't like him.
I mean, it's not like I wanted
The
him
minute I
around
saw him, I
more.
was like, I just didn't like how. And then like what he got dumped, or who was he talking? Who was the girl he was talking to? That was he talking to? Megan.
He's about Nick.
Yeah, who was he talking to that like kind of let him go? And then he's like, he goes over to Annie. He's like, "Oh, I love you." He told Kate, "I love you."
Yeah,
Then he breaks up with her, and then he's like, Annie, I love you." And then it's just like, what, dude? Like, this is gonna come back to bite you, big time.
she's like, you literally said something different to me yesterday. Like,
Yeah, and that's like that happens, but like he's gonna get burned on that. The mixer will burn him on that.
well, again, it's all there, and like we said, we've mentioned people. We've mentioned at least like 6 to 7 people that are not technically in a couple right now that are very actively in the mix here, and that's way more than we normally have. So, from a
Yeah,
viewing standpoint, next week is like must watch TV. Like that mixer better.
the
I'm
second
telling you
week's
right now,
usually really good.
it better deliver, and I think it will because there was people were making their opinions known, and I don't feel that anyone here has enough loyalty to their partners that they may not share some of the pillow talk slash like, well, I heard you said this in the pods. Is that true? There's potential there for it, and there's potential for a lot of people to lose their cool if some of these dudes come in because these guys who didn't get picked have nothing to lose, so they might as well go in there and spit their game, right? And same thing with the girls, and it's going to reveal who's secure and who is not. And I don't see a ton of security in this group right now.
Yeah, I don't look at this list now. The only
Yeah,
one I
let's run
feel
through
like
them.
I could see it happen is Allie and Anton. That's it.
Allie and Anton, because it was almost so automatic, it doesn't mean that they'll stay together forever.
Yeah,
But
that's just the only one. If I had to pick one couple, I would pick them.
yeah, maybe. And it's really going to depend on this mixer stuff too. And Frank, actually no, I take it back. I was about to say maybe the Anton situation, but I really think the physical thing is going to become. I don't think he's going to let it go, and it's hard to unbring
What was
that
the
up.
physical
Kind
thing
of
with her?
like Anton, like not Anton, KB and
Oh, and yeah, Edmund. Yeah.
Edmund. Sorry,
I like them. I like them in the beginning, but I
so do
agree with you.
I.
It's just like,
I'm rooting for them, and look, we've had guys who have made like douchey comments in the past, and they've gotten past that, right? And, like we've had drunk fights, and people have gotten past that, and I do hope that, frankly, because of the shared experiences, all the stuff we led with earlier, that he can get through that. But he's just got to do a little less. She's just telling you to chill for a couple of weeks, and then you're good. Like you got to
right,
chill, bro.
right. Yep. We'll see what happens.
Um, all right, let's run through them, right? So we went through them. We already went through Anton and Allie. What about Madison and Joe are done.
No, no way.
No shot. Nick and Annie, I don't
No,
think have a shot either. Um, Sparkle, Megan, and nope,
nope.
Dunzo. This is a tough one, man. These people are tough. Um, yeah, Edmund and KB. They're
I'm gonna just give him a maybe. They're gonna
maybe.
be
They're
my
probably
maybe.
the most solid maybe. Um, yeah, and who did I forget? Anybody?
We did. I think Allie and Anton will make it.
Yeah, we both agree
So
on that.
one make it, maybe. We'll
Doesn't
see.
mean it's gonna be a long marriage. That's all I'm saying. That's why I
Yeah,
mean
we'll
the
see.
burnout bright. But yeah, that's everything, guys. Like I said, a chocked full week one, 6 episodes here. Like I mentioned, follow us. You'll check out all the other Love Is Blind franchises. If that you didn't know there were other Love Is Blind franchises, there are. Even the ones that are from foreign language nations, they do have really awkward, funny English dubs. And Brian and I reviewed all those episodes in weeks too. So you have a companion. You can watch the episode and then watch our review. Watch the episode, watch our review. It's helpful. I even do it myself sometimes when we go back to watch old seasons. So check us out there. Check us out on TikTok. Like I mentioned, different shorts. Brian does 60-second reviews of shows. I do a bunch of random news and clips. A ton of franchises going on. So follow us everywhere and you won't miss a thing. But until next week, for myself and Brian, thank you so much for watching our review. Peace.